Hey guys, so today we are going to go through one of my sketchbooks back from college. So it's about 2013 that most of these were sketched and drawn. So let's just look at what I got. Blank page, and a page that was ripped out. 2 pages. Wonder what was there. So, I remember a lot about costuming class was proportions and the body and posing and drawing poses. So a lot of the practice that our teacher had us do was just trying out different poses with characters and stuff, and because when you're doing costume design, you still want to give life to the drawing that is a character and what that character would act like, even though it's just a 2D design drawing, you still want to give it some life. I think I was just practicing faces and I guess 3 dimensions and shading on this page and doodling, apparently. I think this was, we were prompted to make a jester or something like that. So that was my kind of jester costume design, I guess. And I remember this project, since the basis for all the body drawings were basically stick figures, we had to draw just a bunch of expressive stick figures. 20 is what it says up here. I had to draw at least 20 for the assignment. This guy looks kind of fun. It looks like I starred next to some of them, so those must be ones that I wanted to, had a great idea with and wanted to draw a character from, maybe. Because I think this guy comes up later. Kind of like this guy, though. This guy's like oddly crossing his legs and surprised. Here's a detective. I like the detective too. I think that little speck right there is an ant. Yep, here's this cowboy guy. Came from here, I think. And then I don't know where this guy came from. He's just just more body proportion stuff, which I did learn a lot from this class about how to pose people in my art. I'm still working on it and getting better, but this class definitely taught me a good way to go about it. Waving pose, it looks like. Balancing. I didn't really try on this hand right here. It's just kinda mushed. I think these were actually, like, this is supposed to be Dracula, my costume design for him, and then I think just some side characters that would also possibly be a part. I think that's a more embellished version of one of these, maybe. My color wheel for my watercolors. Here's the little bit more embellished design for the Dracula, just a side character. She looks a little bit too happy to be in Dracula, but I also wasn't very good at hair back then. I didn't know how to arrange it, I guess. But, I mean, the main focus was getting poses for the body. And I still kind of gave up on hands. Didn't try, apparently. I was just preoccupied with getting the pose right. And here's some more. Trying to come up with a solid design. Here's just a start of a figure that didn't get finished. Looks like I was designing a suit and briefcase. I remember this was, I think we had an assignment to look up fashion design pictures and draw the poses from that and kind of the design of the outfit. Yeah, that's what these were. The different fashion designs. There's a guy that I don't think I proportioned correctly because his legs look really stubby down here. I must have ran out of room. And his shoulders are huge. And this was like the high fashion one where it was walking down a runway. I don't know what's up with her leg. But it's probably because they were super skinny and disproportioned. That was our job, was to see how different high fashion designs were than costume designs and whatever else. And this was my made-up high fashion design, which I actually did redraw this for this maybe 2 years ago. I'll try to put that up on the screen. And it looks like another suit and bow tie outfit. You didn't get a full arm over here. Here's like one of those poofy sleeve dresses. I think I tried to draw a hat and gave up. But as you can see kind of with my sketch, we were taught to draw the whole body and then the clothing over that, because you're not going to know the body proportions and where the fabric's going to flow unless you have the base object underneath. So still working on that kind of stuff too. And the hats practice. I remember really liking this one, and then I don't know, they kind of top hat's good. I think I kind of gave up on the ones down here. A lot of these are drawn from reference, just in either costuming books or Google Images, and we just took from those to practice. Here's another study on the differences of fabric and how they look. I know I found this one really hard to differentiate, because for flannel I tried to get kind of like the scratchiness in there. I know this just doesn't look like cotton to me. It looks more like satin or like a smoother fabric. This one looks a little bit more like cotton, I think, but I don't know that I'd say thick cotton. I think there'd be more cross-hatching with that. Maybe I'll have to do this for some sketchbook projects later. Here's another dude kind of fancy dressed, and once again I drew him to not proportions, so I kind of ran off the page. Here's some more just studies of proportion. I didn't even draw the whole stick figure part. Must have been in a rush to finish my homework. He doesn't even have hands. She has a glove for a hand for that hand. Yep, quality work right here. Here's some more. Oh, it looks like I was just working on specific poses that I wanted for characters. I think I remember this was just sketching out what I wanted to do for my final project, which I don't know where those ended up, but yep, it looks like you had to design a whole cast of characters. I can't even think of this play. I should know this, but I'll look it up and probably add the name later, but it has like Cecily and Lady Bracknell. I can't think of the name. And Algie and Jack. And now that was the end of costume class. So these are sketches from the summer after. I got a How to Draw Dragons book, which I actually probably have. Hold on a second. I literally paused the recording so I could dig this out. This is the book I got for that summer to draw dragons. So this is the start of one, and I think I started this one too, and then started on the scales and got tired or was just done with it. Looks like I was just rough sketching some designs, and this is straight out of the book of how to draw. Let's see if I can find that page. Where are they? Never mind. I think he was an original, because I can't find it. I think I just took I guess I just took the idea from this book, because I don't see him. Anyways, well, yeah, I think I just looked at this page and designed him from those and tried to shade and scale and stuff. And this guy kind of resembles this guy a little bit without the whiskers. Anyway, looks like I was working on expressions. I don't know if you can see that. It's light. Expressions. And a spider. And another dragon. He's not very proportional. And more expressions, it looks like. And a kitty eating something. Another cat. Lion. Girl lion. Oh, and this is drawing of my doggy. The start of one. Oh, and here's more. It was an assignment, it looks like, from costume class. So we had specific prompts. Like this one says vertical lines. You can see it. I don't know. So you had to design clothing that focused on the vertical lines. And like I made her scarf flow in a vertical line, and everything is supposed to be like drawn down. Oh, there's one on the back. Horizontal lines. So I must have done like a belt and these horizontal stripes. That one doesn't really draw your eye as well as the vertical. Must have found this one hard. look at his stubby blade thing. You can't really call it a dagger. It's like a broken sword. But he's so happy about it. Look at his broken sword. But yeah, so pirate dude with odd gloves too. And his hands aren't proportional, I don't think. This one is revealing body shape, so it must be really tight clothing. So then these are like yoga pants. And then looks like I started to make it a super low shirt. Here you can see the little lines erased there, but then I brought the neckline back up here because I still don't know how to draw cleavage that well. And I think her arm is a little short there. Looks like proportion. And the face I really didn't try too hard on. And once again, her hair. I didn't know how to function hair. Back. Distort body shape. So I drew a set of armor, it looks like. Or tried to. which I guess it worked for the thing. I can draw armor better, I think, now, so that's good. Should have put a helmet on. Oh well. Let's see. Heavy mass. Oh, so this one, it was just to create some kind of outfit that made the person look like heavier or wider in a spot, even though they may not be that weight or size. Or in this case, when they had those poofy sleeves and big bell dresses, to make their body the hourglass shape. So I did that. And there's a circle on top of her head that's supposed to be a bun. And she barely has a mouth. And little tiny hands. Light and airy. So I think, so I tried to make her flowy, I think, but I don't know, she kind of just looks like haggard and a peasant. And I think I drew like her holding her dress as if it was flowy. Monochromatic. So one color, but different shades of that color. And he looks sort of like a bard. Yeah, the little rapier. And he looks like he's about to sing. Jester. Complementary colors. Yeah, that works for a jester. I think his legs are kind of disproportionate. Other than that, he's pretty cool. Heavy texture. So I did like a fur coat. And I think she has a fur hat too, maybe? Or is that just her hair that I didn't know how to draw? I also didn't know how to draw shoes that well, even by the end of this class. Still don't know how to draw shoes really well. Should probably add that to my sketchbook list too. And shiny texture. So I think it's gotten smudged since, but I left, like, it was all about shadows and highlights, because if you look at a shiny texture, like, well, I made her like a go-go dancer, that fabric that's shiny, you get like the darks right around the highlights. This kind of just looks like her clothing is ripped, though. I could have done better, but I was learning. Okay, so that's it. The rest of it is blank. So I have plenty of paper to draw. So now I'm going to go through this again by myself, and I will pick something to redraw. Yeah. So that was my 2013 sketchbook. So I picked the pirate because I thought he would be the most fun, and he needed a lot of fixing. So I really wanted to fix him and make him look better than I did for that assignment. And I thought about kind of improving the prompt, which was to create horizontal lines with the design, but then I just decided not to try and fix that part of it and just focus on the actual drawing part and seeing where I improved there, rather than adding the extra challenge of redesigning his outfit for the most part. So here I'm doing the sketch, and if you'll see when I started out, I used that same process of doing a stick figure to figure out my proportions and where things need to be, and I learned that from costume design class, and I've used it ever since and have gotten better, as you'll see by the side-by-side comparison at the end. I've gotten better at posing characters. I'm not 100% better, because I know there's still things I need to learn and improve, but it's nice to see that I have come far from 4 years ago when I took that class, and I took the things I learned in that class and I'm continuing to use them. That's always great, to actually use something that you learned in school. So now I'm just outlining it with my fine liners, which a lot of this next part I didn't learn until recently. I didn't outline anything, I didn't color with markers. I learned all of that from YouTube, and actually I didn't know how to use markers until I watched Draw with Jazza and Jazza do his marker tutorials. Like, I hated markers back in college, about the same time that I had costume class. I think the next year after that I took the class where I talk about in my ink video that it was rendering, and you just learned a bunch of different mediums, and I just did not like markers because I didn't understand how to use them. But now I at least know enough about them that I can use them to my advantage. There's plenty of things that I still need to learn, but I definitely feel more comfortable using markers now than I ever did before. So I kind of tried to have a palette for this and keep the colors darker and trying to match them together more. I didn't really do swatches or anything before this. I just kind of went with my gut feeling of how I wanted to color it, which can be dangerous sometimes, but this time it kind of worked out. One of the things I noticed I need to get better at is eyes, because I don't have a style yet with my eyes, so I kind of just do what I think looks good. And then here's the side-by-side of what I did in 2013 and now in 2017, the redraw of this character. So I hope you enjoyed my sketchbook tour and the redraw, and don't forget to subscribe for more art videos. I will see you next week. I hope you have a great day. Bye.